I think that people are too concerned about not making mistakes, being right, getting the answer right, passing the test. We're not taught in schools to be invested in process and invested in the process of learning and discovering things. You have to give yourself permission to place judgments aside.
Be loose. I really was quite happy with calling myself a multimedia artist. It is a meaningless term. It is meaningless. But it will give you the freedom to do various things without somebody going, "You're a sculptor, why are you making music?" No, I'm a media artist. You know, like, oh, okay, whatever that means.
Always have ambitions and enjoy them in your head, you know, and working out ways to fulfill them. And that requires imagination. So to me, let your imagination always have your respect, huge respect. Don't be scared of imagination.
My advice to young students would be to not to be afraid of the history of art, and not to be critical of it because it may seem, in a sense, old-fashioned, out of date, but to go right back in time, right back through history, and look at painting, look at sculpture, at architecture. That is one solid piece of advice I would offer.
Find the things in you. Don't sit in isolation and think you know. Don't allow your mind to manipulate you. Go to the experience.
I remember at very early stage, I had like someone came to the studio to buy a drawing. And then I put up like lots of drawings, like let's say like here, for this person to choose. And my father said, you should not have more than 5 drawings. Because how can someone choose from more than 5 works? Even though again, a very practical approach. And even, don't try to push it. Don't tell, even though if you're hungry, don't say that you're hungry, or don't say that you need to pay your rent. No, because otherwise, out of sympathy, it's never going to happen.
Be true to yourself, which doesn't mean you have to always make work. You can be doing something else. You can be working in a cafe or painting and decorating, but if you're still thinking like an artist, it will still come out and you'll still be able to do it if it's in 5 years' time or 6 months' time.
The more you know about art, the more you look at art as a young artist, the more you see how great it is. And the more you feel how great it is, the more you feel like you want to be part of that greatness. And to learn how to do it, you can just start by doing it. And to work first and think second. So don't think about it before you do it before you think about it.
Try and think about the project rather than the finished artwork. So set yourself a project and focus on that, and don't think about the finished artwork. The artwork is the residue of a process, of a project, rather than something that you see and then have to realize.
And once the society tries to mold you, to shape you, you have all kinds of stupid thoughts, religion, this, God, it's all unreal. And you have to take all this in and form you to some kind of rigid being. And then you have to break this rigid structure. You have to be free. Then you become that child that you were free to do it without any definition. You just enjoy being. being in the world. That is all there is to it.
I mean, also to recognize that there isn't one single judgment. There are many different kinds of judgment. So you have to put your judgment aside and take advantage of what's available to you. If you have trouble drawing a straight line, you can enjoy the wiggly ones.
I guess if I had one thing to say to artists is to be patient and to enter the ignorance of what you think you know. And if you don't get the answer that you're expecting, maybe that's a good thing. Knowing what you're doing is overrated.